Liv Morgan drops major tease during WWE Raw. Hello guys. Welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Even when a WWE superstar is off television, it doesn't mean they've stopped making noise. Liv Morgan is proving that, keeping her presence felt despite being sidelined. On this week's Monday Night Raw, Morgan posted a deliberately shaken photo on her Instagram story with a short, ominous caption, "Target practice." The timing and focus of the post seem far from random. It ties directly into the tension within the Judgment Day, especially around Dominic Mysterio. As Dirty Dom navigates a fractured relationship with Finn Balor and a new alliance with El Grande Americano, it looks like he's also drawn the attention of a new hunter. Morgan's absence comes from a legitimate shoulder injury suffered during a match against Kairi Sane on the June 16, 2025 episode of Raw. The dislocation required surgery and has kept her out of action for months. This wasn't her first shoulder issue. She dealt with a similar injury in 2023 that sidelined her for about 6 months. After undergoing rehab, Morgan has recently returned to the WWE Performance Center to begin training, aiming for a potential comeback in early 2026. While her recovery continues, Morgan is using her time away to build anticipation for a comeback that already feels personal and targeted. 5 injured WWE stars who could be ready to return injuries are a part of any professional sport, and WWE stars suffer injuries just like other athletes. Seth Rollins, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and Charlotte Flair have all endured devastating injuries at different stages of their careers. Kevin Owens is currently out with a neck injury, and his prognosis is still up in the air. Kiana James recently returned from a knee injury on SmackDown to act as Julia's advocate as the Women's United States Champion. Several stars up and down the card on Raw and SmackDown have missed significant time in 2025. The following 5 WWE stars could be ready to return to action soon. Ilya Dragunov has been out for nearly a year with a torn ACL. Ilya Dragunov was getting his footing on Raw as a face standing up to the hard-charging Braun Breaker. He was drafted to Monday nights in the 2024 WWE Draft, but suffered a torn ACL in late September 2024. Those injuries usually have a recovery time of 6 to 9 months, unless it's a multi-tendon tear or a tricky recovery. The Mad Dragon has been on the shelf for much longer than that time frame. Since he hasn't reemerged yet, Dragunov must be awaiting a creative direction as WWE endures changes every month. Rey Mysterio has been used to promote events. Rey Mysterio may still be active at 50 years old, but he's suffered numerous ailments in his later years. It feels like he misses time every year, and 2025 is no different. The WWE legend missed his WrestleMania match with El Grande Americano due to a torn groin. He still managed public appearances for Lucha Libre AAA, even appearing at Triple Mania and the Worlds Collide event last week. Since he's been out for more than 5 months from his injury, the former World Heavyweight Champion could be ready to return to Raw at any moment. Liv Morgan misses the chaos on Raw. Liv Morgan regained the women's tag team titles with Raquel Rodriguez immediately after losing them at WrestleMania 41. Her luck quickly ran out after suffering a dislocated shoulder in a match with Kairi Sane on June 16th. That was 3 months ago, and recovery time varies from person to person. Morgan has had shoulder issues in the past, so it may take a bit longer than usual. Nonetheless, the former Money in the Bank winner could shake things up in the Judgment Day at any point in the near future. The tension grows every week, so why not add yet another agent of chaos to the mix? Morgan wasn't the only former women's champion to suffer unfortunate luck in the first half of the year. While it wasn't as serious as a broken neck or torn ligaments, Bianca Belair injured a finger in her triple threat match at WrestleMania in late April. She still appeared on programming while injured when SmackDown or Raw went to her hometown of Nashville. She also returned to be the guest referee at Evolution 2. If she can referee a match, it shows her injury isn't a huge deterrent. With Tiffany Stratton needing new challengers, the EST could pop up to help Jade Cargill or turn on her former friend. #1. Gunther's physical style took a toll. Gunther had a tough showing at SummerSlam. Not only did he lose the World Heavyweight title cleanly to CM Punk, but he also broke his nose in the physical title. Match stars have wrestled with protective face guards before, but The severity often determines if a star can continue to compete or needs more healing time. The ring general is notoriously tricky, so his return to the ring could be in the cards in the coming weeks. Cody Rhodes needs new challengers since he's the undisputed WWE champion once again. Moving to SmackDown to shake up the title scene would be best for business and for Gunther Liv Morgan teases. WWE return with cryptic message during Raw. Liv Morgan teased a return to WWE with a very cryptic message on Raw. Morgan has been sidelined after suffering a dislocated shoulder on Raw. The star has been absent over the past few months and has been replaced in her faction, the Judgment Day, with Roxanne Perez. The star made a recent appearance on WWE programming during the company's WrestleMania 43 announcement. It was also reported that Morgan was recently at the Performance Center en route to healing herself and returning to the ring. The rumors about her in-ring return are getting heated up after a recent post. Liv Morgan was doing target practice during WWE Raw. In a picture posted on her Instagram story, the star was seen doing target practice. The photo, which was intentionally shaken up to hide who was at the center of the target board, had a very interesting timing. The star posted this during Raw just as things between the Judgment Day are getting heated up. It's clear that Finn Balor is not impressed with Dominic Mysterio over the latter's alliance with El Grande Americano. Liv Morgan could be referencing the dissension and suggesting that she is her target set on someone on WWE Raw once she is declared fit. Given the timing of the post, one might have to wonder whether Morgan's in-ring return is coming soon. Rhea Ripley wins WWE Women's World Championship on Raw Netflix debut. The WWE World was on its feet after Rhea Ripley defeated Liv Morgan to become the new Women's World Champion. Additionally, Ripley was able to get her revenge on Dirty Dominic Mysterio, who turned on Ripley during SummerSlam last year. As she head up the ramp to exit the Intuit Dome, The Undertaker's music hit and the dead man himself came out on a motorcycle, seemingly christening Ripley's new reign as the Women's World Champion. More professional wrestling. WWE confirms signing of former AEW superstar. Rhea Ripley has quickly become one of the most popular WWE superstars on the roster due to her dominant powerhouse in-ring technique and unique style. Ripley first made her WWE debut as part of the 2017 Mae Young Classic. Soon, she would find herself involved with NXT UK, where she would become the inaugural NXT UK Women's Champion. Ripley eventually transferred to NXT proper in 2019, where she would quickly become the NXT Women's Champion, feuding with the likes of Shayna Baszler and invading the main roster brands. Ripley further established herself as a main event talent when she dominated in the 2021 Royal Rumble, where she eliminated 7 people before being the last person eliminated by Bianca Belair. 2022, Ripley's star status was elevated when she became a part of Judgment Day alongside Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and Edge, Adam Copeland. Eventually, Ripley, Priest, and Balor would turn on Edge and bring Dominic Mysterio to their side, becoming one of the most popular factions in modern-day professional wrestling. During her tenure with Judgment Day, Ripley would win the 2022 Royal Rumble from the #1 spot and later win the Women's World Championship from Charlotte Flair. More professional wrestling. WWE Royal Rumble will take place outside North America for the first time ever. After having to vacate the title, Ripley's past year with WWE has been defined by her feud with Morgan and Mysterio. Now, with her having won the title from Ripley, it seems that their story has finally come to an end. For now. During her time with WWE, Ripley has won the NXT Women's Championship, the NXT UK Women's Championship, the Raw Women's Championship, and the Women's World Championship twice. She also won the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship with Nikki Cross, then known as Nikki Ash. Finn Balor walks out on WWE star, an explosive end to friendship, and seemingly kicks him out of the Judgment Day. Balor was not happy with El Grande Americano and Dominic Mysterio's friendship, and he made it clear. He said that Mysterio was a member of the Judgment Day, and he was not telling them anything. What I'm worried about is the little problem of El Grande Americano. Yes, this again. You, Dominic, are a member of the Judgment Day, and the Judgment Day need to know what Balor said. Finn Balor went on to say that it was indeed crazy when Dominic Mysterio asked if it was that crazy that El Grande Americano could want to pay respect to him and nothing else. Mysterio also called himself the king of the luchadors again, and Baylor was not standing for it. He said that if he needed help and was playing the king of the luchadors card, then he should not look to Baylor and the rest of the Judgment Day for help. He excluded Dominic Mysterio, seemingly kicking him out of the faction for good. Yeah, it is crazy. And next time you want to play that king of the luchadors card and you need some help, don't come looking for us. Things may change for Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor when Liv Morgan returns. Liv Morgan, while never a massive fan of Balor, has always been a balancing member of the Judgment Day. Without her there, the group fell apart. She's expected to return sometime towards the end of the year or beginning next year. When she finally returns, it should act as a damping influence on the rest of the faction, including Dominic Mysterio. It will be interesting to see where Mysterio's alliance with El Grande Americano goes. When Morgan returns, Becky Lynch lays out AJ Lee on WWE Raw. The road to WWE WrestlePalooza took a heated turn on the September 15th episode of Monday Night Raw, as the 4 participants in the mixed tag team match had an in-ring confrontation. The segment saw World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins and WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch come face-to-face with CM Punk and the returning AJ Lee, with the war of words ultimately turning physical just 5 days before their match this Saturday. The segment kicked off the second hour of Raw with Rollins and Lynch in the ring. They were quickly interrupted by CM Punk and AJ Lee, who received a massive ovation from the Massachusetts crowd, marking Lee's first appearance in the state since 2014. The verbal battle was intense, with Lynch targeting Lee's history of neck injuries, and Lee responding with candor about her uncertainty, but vowing that Rollins couldn't predict what she was capable of. Rollins then took a personal shot, reminding Lee of Punk's history of leaving with things let him down. This prompted Lee to slap Rollins across the face. Rollins then motioned for his wife, Becky Lynch, to attack Lee, but Lynch appeared to abandon her husband, leaving the ring by herself. However, this was revealed to be an elaborate ruse. As Punk was distracted, chasing Rollins out of the ring, Lynch slid back in and blindsided AJ Lee from behind, planting her with a manhandle slam. The show's segment ended with Rollins and Lynch standing tall on the entrance ramp. WWE confirms Major Cody Rhodes. Update on Raw. Following a weekend where he became a double champion, Dominic Mysterio's next challenger for the WWE Intercontinental Championship was revealed to be Rusev on Raw. After making a fiery return last week to settle the score with Drew McIntyre, the undisputed WWE champion isn't planning on taking more time off. On this week's Raw, WWE confirmed that the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes will appear on the September 19th edition of SmackDown. This appearance will officially start the build to his next title defense against McIntyre at the upcoming WrestlePalooza Premium Live event. The announcement came after Rhodes' return on last Friday's SmackDown. Following Drew McIntyre's victory over Randy Orton in the main event, the Scottish Warrior tried to launch a post-match attack, but Rhodes hit the ring. The American Nightmare dropped McIntyre with a Cody cutter, grabbed the mic, declared the champ is back, and laid down the title challenge. Last week's return was Rhodes' first appearance in over a month. He had been written off television after a brutal attack by McIntyre on the August 8th episode of SmackDown, an absence that also coincided with the birth of his second child. With the WrestlePalooza title match now set, Rhodes' presence on SmackDown signals that the road to his next championship defense against his longtime rival is officially underway. Reason why Randy Orton was unhappy with Drew McIntyre during their match on SmackDown reports. Randy Orton lost to Drew McIntyre on the September 12th episode of SmackDown, but not everything went as smoothly as expected. The reason why the Viper was reportedly unhappy was revealed. During the Drew McIntyre-Randy Orton match on SmackDown, the 14-time WWE champion was in a position where he was selling his knee during the match. McIntyre then proceeded to hit a move where he slammed Orton against the ropes, and his legs appeared to awkwardly tumble on it. It was an honest mistake, and the slamming against the rope spot has been done many times over. Orton then went out of the ring and placed his hand on the barricade with his head down, visibly angry. However, Brian Alvarez on Wrestling Observer Radio revealed that Orton screamed, "25 goddamn years and nobody has slammed me against the goddamn ropes," at the referee. This was likely why he was not happy with McIntyre at that moment. However, like a true professional, Orton put McIntyre over, which set up the return of Cody Rhodes, who Drew McIntyre will face for the WWE Championship in one of the marquee matches at WrestlePalooza. Had this been a decade and a half ago or more, the outcome of the situation would likely have been very different. Orton is now a consummate professional and locker room veteran, meaning he is the one who sets the example for the younger talent coming after him. He seems to be more aware of this role, and thankfully, no incident happened, like it did with Mr. Kennedy, where he was fired after Orton complained about him being an unsafe worker.